So welcome back to Opposites Interact. On this Monday, we're going to do our October favorites.
Yay!
It is the very last day of October. It's Halloween. And so instead of doing something spooky, we're doing something fun and talking about all the favorite things we've had this month, both makeup, skincare, and otherwise.
Mm-hmm. And because this is our first kind of favorites video we're doing, it's not just from October. It might be like September, October, just because we're not quite sure when we bought a bunch of things.
Yeah.
My first monthly favorites this month is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. I love this palette. It screams Celina because it is like all pinks and it's so fun. And I've actually used every shade in this palette at least once, which is some kind of miracle because there's normally like one or two shades I don't actually like. And in case you haven't noticed, I actually do use the brush in these palettes because these brushes are amazing.
Keeping in the same vein, my first monthly favorite is the Lorac Unzipped Gold palette. This is a fantastic palette. Me and Celina are going to talk a lot more about next week. But what I really like about this palette, which will surprise anybody who knows me and knows how I wear makeup, is I really am liking the browns in here. And like, what? Jade liking neutral colors?
It's
Jade liking brown?
It's like we're rubbing off on each other because my palette is pink.
I do love all the golds in here, but the browns in here is why I'm reaching for this palette every single day. I'll use these really bright colors like the pink you see on here, and then I'll reach for this brown to go into my crease and transition it out into something really beautiful, make it really special. So like this palette has been a lifesaver this month in my makeup routine.
Mm-hmm. Sticking with that theme for makeup favorites, another one of my favorites this month is a blush palette by Tarte. It's going to be a little harder to find, but it is still available both online and in store. It is this lovely guy. It lets you try out a bunch of their Amazonian clay blushes, and they have like a variety of shades, and it has this little protector so you don't get like a bunch of, transfer from the other side, and it's beautiful and it's compact and it's easy to travel with, and I love it.
In the theme of makeup and lots of color choices, I love Urban Decay Razor Sharps. I talked about these in my 5-product, 5-minute face, and at the time I had less of these. I now currently own 8 of them, and that's not counting the 4 that I've ordered online in the last day that are on their way to us. Basically, between me and Celina, by the end of this month, we should own all but like 3 of the colors that are available. They're incredible. I love all of them. I think I'm going to put up some swatches on our Instagram because while they're not brand new, they're still super cool, and I own, as you can see, a ton of them.
Yeah. Another favorite I have is the Kat Von D Translucent Setting Powder, which you get so much product for how much you're paying, and I love it. I love the packaging. I love how she designed her logo, and I love that, it's everything you're going to need to know is on the back, so like if you don't want to look at it, you don't have to, but like look at it. I've had it for like, I want to say like 3 months, and I've like barely made a dent in it.
And she bakes.
And I do bake. I do, if you saw the last tutorial we did. And Jade now uses this too, so it's really good.
It's very good. And it smells good too. So I guess going along with that, another sort of essential makeup product that you don't always see, I have discovered recently the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. And I put on my makeup today and I was like, why don't I like it? Why is it not working today? Like, why am I so mad at my face today? Oh, I forgot my primer. Even though it's in this favorites video, I forgot to wear it today. This primer is incredible. The texture of this, like, if you can, just go to your Sephora and or go to any makeup store where they sell it and just like play with it on your fingers or like on the back of your hand. It has the most insane texture I've ever felt because it starts as like a gel in the bottle, and then it comes out and it feels almost like the smoothest powder in the whole world. It's incredible, and it does great things for your makeup.
Yes, and it is a silicone-based primer, so it's gonna give you that like a nice smoothing, and it's gonna make your foundation go on like flawlessly. So my last makeup favorite, if you know me, you know how much I love Kat Von D liquid lipsticks, and Kat Von D came out with a limited edition shade, so it's gonna be a little harder to find. It is Project Chimps. It is gorgeous. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it for you and have, you know, a swatch on my arm, my hand the entire time. It's not like my typical like vampy red, like the dark red, but it's kind of bright.
Before this month, I didn't own a single liquid lipstick. Now I own 2. They're incredible. Why did no one tell me about liquid lipstick before? Like, why was this a secret that was being kept from me? So I own Lovesick and Double Dare by Kat Von D. I love both these colors. This has become my total go-to lipstick, even over my Sheer Liar, which I'd had for like a year and I'm so obsessed with. This I've only worn a couple times, but I'm into it. And like, I'm really enjoying these. And like, I'm now learning to like space them out with also chapstick because it's dry here.
A favorite I have, which I also got Jade into, it's another product, is the Sephora collection by Vera Mona Color Switch. It's basically a way to clean the shadows off your eyeshadow brushes really quick. So you just like take a brush and you swirl it in and it pulls the color off. It doesn't clean the brush. You should clean your brushes still afterwards. But like if you need to quickly just use the same brush to swap out an eye color on your like lid or something, you can just swirl it and then it's completely clean of color, and then you can put on a different color with the same brush. Really helps.
Another favorite that I've talked about in a video before and I adore, and I know for a fact that because of that video at least one person bought it, is the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. This will probably be my favorite next month and the month after and every month forever. I probably will never mention it again in a favorites video, but just know that forever. This is my forever mascara because I'm obsessed with it and I can still wear glasses, which is a big deal for those of you who wear glasses.
Mm-hmm. And I don't wear glasses and I still love that mascara, but I also own like a lot of mascaras. Since moving to Denver, I have very, very dry skin, and I went through a time period where it was so dry here. I was breaking out like crazy and it was itchy and painful, and when I was breaking out and I couldn't I would try like drying lotions and acne treatments and nothing was working. I went into Sephora and I was like, look, I have I don't know what's causing it. And he's like, oh, it's probably your skin is producing way too much oil because it's so dry and your face isn't used to it and it's like clogging your pores. I was like, oh, that makes sense. And I'm like, well, what do you recommend to try to get rid of it? He's like, I'm gonna recommend, it's the Caress Greek Yogurt Nourishing Moisturizer, because it has a little bit of an antibacterial and it calms the skin because of that Greek yogurt. And I used it and within 2 days my skin was back to normal and it was amazing. I mean, it has the weirdest texture. It's like when you put it in and you work it into your skin, it's kind of grainy. It's really weird. And it feels like it's not moisturizing, but my skin isn't dry when I wake up. So I like it. It works.
So we're coming to my last makeup product. This is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Foundation in the color Champagne. This foundation comes with the powder and a little sponge. That's the clean side of the sponge. I used a powder foundation for years. Celina can talk about the horror of it, though we're not going to do it right now because it's not important. And this is sort of my first grown-up powder foundation. It's not what I'm wearing today, but I do love it. I have combination skin, so I have to be very careful. Some days I'm having a dry day, sometimes I'm having an oily day. On days when I'm having oily days, this is the best foundation in the world.
Oh, yes.
It goes on really smooth. It makes me look kind of glowy. It looks natural. It doesn't look over powdery. It's a really good color match for me. It has a great texture, and I just love it. I love it a lot. I wish that it wasn't coming on winter and I would have more oily days that I could wear it on coming up. But it's still gonna be my favorites. It's still gonna have a prime place in my makeup collection and will be there waiting for me. And it's also great for days if you don't want to wear a full face, but you have, like me, I have a lot of redness. If I don't want to wear a full face of makeup, but I'm just having a lot of redness in my cheeks, I can just like put some on there, blend it out a little bit, and it looks great, and I don't have to do the whole foundation thing every day.
Since moving to Denver and being with Jade all the time, I do my nails a lot. Like, I was getting them done for a very, very long time with Jade, and now I'm back to doing them myself, because I can, you know, do it just as easy. I don't need to get shellac like she does. But every time I went in to get my nails done, I would basically pick up the same color, and it is OPI I Need Sourdough, which is a great name, and it's this beautiful, like, mauvey brown color, and it's gorgeous, and I kept using it every time. She would literally take off the old polish and put it back on, and I finally was like, I'm just gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it. And I bought it, and it's my favorite, and I love it. But then I also went back into Sephora, and I found another nail polish that I really, really like, which is kind of shocking because I really don't like glitter-based nail polishes. I like to put a separate glitter top coat on it, but this is amazing. This is a Formula X Huda Beauty collaboration, and the color is Jet Setter. It's like a blue-gray sparkle, and what's amazing about this is you only need one coat. It's completely opaque, and it's beautiful. I put 2 coats on, and I was like, wow, it looks just the same as 1 coat. Don't waste it. Just use 1 coat.
So my last skincare thing is the Pumpkin Enzyme Mask from Peter Thomas Roth. If you watched our Meet Your Mask Part 1, which I put in the cards right now, this mask was a favorite for both me and Celina, but I have actually been using this mask every couple of days at night before I go to bed. I love it. It's done some really nice things for my skin. You can't currently tell because then I did a very not nice thing to my skin. But this mask is wonderful, and I think we talked about in the video that like the product goes a long way. There's still mask left in here, and I've used it probably 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
We are also buying a full size today.
Yes. I am getting a full-size one, not just going to use the sample size forever.
I have a fashion favorite. It is, I really wish I had like a picture to show you, but it is a leather jacket that I bought at Target that has like cloth sleeves, and it's like really comfortable, and it has a hood, and Jade can verify I've been wearing this all the time. It is super casual and, you know, goes really well with my combat boots, which I'm loving, and it's an easy way to like look like I tried to get dressed when I really didn't. I just put on yoga pants, combat boots, and a t-shirt and this jacket.
Next favorite, we're done with the makeup and the skincare. We're moving on to books. This is Cinder by Marissa Meyer. It's the first book in the Lunar Chronicles. I have now read, in this just month alone, I've read the first 3 books in this series. I am dying to read the 4th one. They're incredible. These books came out this first book came out quite a while ago, several years ago, back when we were still in college. Yeah. And at the time I picked it up, I started reading the first chapter, and I was like, oh my god, this is so good. But it has 3 more books that haven't come out yet. I can't start yet. And so now that the whole series is out, I picked it up again, started reading it. I read this in like a day?
Yeah.
I read this in a day. I read the second one in like a week and a half because I was busy. And then the third one in another like day and a half. It's super good. I thought it might be a little young, a little gimmicky, but it's very well written. The characters are really compelling. The world that she creates is very full and bright and interesting, and I almost wish that this was a book channel so that I could give it a more full review. But the finish of it is if you're interested in retelling of fairy tales, if you like sort of dystopian novels, if you like alternate futures, young adult, and like robots, why not? Give it a try.
My last favorite is probably going to be a little weird for everyone, but I don't care. I love it. It is the Healthy Deodorant Sport Luxe by La Vanilla. You can get this at Sephora. And the one I have is Vanilla Breeze. It comes in a couple other scents, but in my opinion, they smell gross. This one literally just smells like laundry detergent, and I love the smell of laundry detergent, so I'm happy with it. It's an all-natural deodorant, and I never thought I would be into all-natural deodorants, and I was like, on a whim, I was like, oh, might as well just try it. It was on the Beauty on the Fly section right in front of the register, and I'm like, meh, let's try it. If I don't like it, I'll just bring it back. I put this on, and I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. Sure, whatever. I mean, it's a deodorant. And I went like 3 days, and I wasn't having any irritation. I wasn't like, this is probably too much TMI, but like, I am always getting like itchy underarms, and I think it's probably because I might be allergic to deodorants. Like over time, like a deodorant will be fine, and then it'll start bothering my underarms. This has not done that. Mind you, it's not an antiperspirant, so you're still going to be sweating, but for me, the scent covers whatever body odor I might be having, and it's working for me.
So the very last thing that me and Celina have been loving this month, we can't show you in physical form because it's a TV show. It is a Australian television show called Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries.
It is amazing. I don't even like period dramas or anything, and I love it.
It takes place in the late 1920s in Melbourne, Australia. It's made by like the Australian Broadcasting Company. It's about a noble society woman named Miss Fisher who carries a gun and wears pants and sleeps with who she wants to and solves murders. It's incredible. And I think one of the best parts about it is that even though it's a period drama and it can become really hokey, all of the characters are fully fleshed out people.
And you love every single one of them. You
root for everyone to have what they want, even if those things are conflicting, which is like the sign of really good writing, is that like there isn't one clear thing that everybody should have. There isn't one clear path everyone should follow. You just want everyone to be happy, and that's gonna look different for everybody in the show.
There are 3 seasons, and we
just last night made it to season 3 after having started this show this month.
Yeah.
And having conflicting schedules and working full time and also making these videos. And it's just so good. It's so good.
I mean, last night alone, we went to sleep at 3 a.m. and we're like, oh God, I just really want to watch another one, but we can't.
Another one just started, and we have to finish it, but then it's okay, it's over. We have to stop. It's 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And that happens every single day.
Yeah.
When I come home from work, we're like, we're going to watch one. And then 3 later, we're like, we have to stop now.
Yeah. It's just, it's so hard to stop watching, but like.
So if you have Netflix, definitely go check it out. It's really, really fun. It's really good. And it's just great. It's just, I've been recommending it to everyone. I recommend it to my coworkers, recommend it to my mom. It's great.
Yes. So watch it. Tell us how you feel. Tell us if you love
Tell me
Miss
if you
Fisher.
have the feels. Tell us if you have the Friday Jack feels the way that we do. So those are our favorites for October. I hope you liked them. I hope you enjoyed getting to see what we've been up to this month and the things we've been using.
And let us know what your favorites have been.
And let us know if you want us to do more non-beauty favorites. We did a couple this time, but like, let us know if you want to see more, because we do have other things we could have talked about. We just didn't know what you're into.
Yeah. And so don't forget to like our video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and tune in on Thursday and see us do some fun things, you know. Silence cat?
She is not my favorite.
She is not. I mean, she's adorable and everything. She's not a favorite.
No.